Our own Brian Buckmeyer is in front of the courthouse while they're on a little bit of a break from picking the jury in the case involving the death of Ahmaud Arbery. Brian, what is new in terms of how many jurors have been selected and who is on the jury panel without identifying them, please?
So this morning we start off with 36 qualified jurors. Don't forget, we're trying to get to that magic number of 64. And the way that I've broken it down is we have 4 alternates. We have 12 people on the jury. The prosecution will have 12 peremptory challenges. The defense and the prosecution will split 12 of their own. And then there is the 24 peremptory challenges, 8 each for the defense attorneys. Actually, right now, some of the defense attorneys are out here taking questions. Jason Sheffield, the attorney for Travis McMichael, Linda, sends his warm regards, says you gave an amazing presentation in Atlanta. But this morning, we had 19 jurors come in, 5 of which is a small correction. We said 4 earlier, but we're getting a correction that 5 are black, 3 women, and 2 men of that 5 breakdown. We bring that up just because race has played a large part of this case. But something came up that was interesting that came from defense attorney Goff during the conversation, saying that yesterday some of the jurors got together around the coffee machine and a bunch of them subtly decided they couldn't serve. He brought this up to the judge, defense attorney Goff, that's the attorney for William Rody Bryan, saying that we're going to have a revolt from the jury pool. There's some worry that they may not be able to come back into court.
In terms of, how did he see this? He saw that by his own eyes, Brian? Brian, I hear that you have Jason Sheffield. Why don't you bring him over so that you can ask him some questions?
Yeah, we actually have Jason Sheffield, Linda, that just walked by. I'm not sure if we can have a second with him. Linda's on right now, Jason, if you want to take a question from Linda. Oh, Linda. So this is Jason Sheffield.
That's not fair, Linda.
One of the defense attorneys. I know he can't hear you, but
you represent Travis McMichael. You can't hear me.
Again, we're just taking our lunch break.
All right. I know he represents Travis McMichael. I want to know why he was so agreeable to leading the juror on who was going to leave the county.
So Linda had the question about the juror who said that she's going to be moving soon and leaving the county, and there were some questions about that. Wanted to just understand about your thought process behind keeping her on the jury pool.
Sure, we've met a lot of great people who have been informing us of their moving and leaving the county or leaving the state. And as much as we like those people, and as much as we clearly feel that they're being honest with us and sharing all their opinions and beliefs with us, the law does not allow us to take jurors who are not residents of the county in which the trial will be held. So as much as we like some of these jurors that are moving, we have to let them go.
There was a comment from one of your co-counsel, defense attorney Goff, who talked about a potential revolt from the jury pool because of the speed in which this was moving. Any comment on that, or what you're seeing of kind of like the tension or the atmosphere with some of the jurors?
Sure, we don't expect there to be a revolt, but I think the sentiment is fair. And that sentiment is this is a time-taking process. You know, jury service is not just about sitting in the trial of the case. It's also about coming to court. It's about waiting around. It's about waiting to see if you get picked. And there's a lot of that that's happening in this case. And it's happening because of the coverage of this case and the time that we have to take with the jurors who are sitting right in front of us during jury selection. And so I'm sure that there are people waiting who feel like they have other things they need to be doing, that they want to be doing, that they're concerned or worried about. But we're still asking that they be patient with us, that if it was their son or father, that if it was their relative or family member that was on trial, like the McMichaels are in this case, that they would hope for jurors who would be patient and understanding. So I don't expect a revolt, but I do expect that we're going to have to continually thank these jurors and remind them of how valuable their service is to us and how much we appreciate it.
So,
Jason,
Brian,
I've done a few trials myself.
I have to.
I understand how hard it is. So I'm going to let you go for your lunch break. Thank you very much.
Right,
appreciate your time. And Linda says thank you as well.
Thank you,
I do. So, Brian, I have to sign you off. But when you get him again, why don't you ask him if there is a discrepancy in terms of how they're going to handle the defense between Attorney Goff and Travis McMichael, who he represents. I mean, let's delve into that a little more. But I have to sign you off because we have a lot of other trials, and I know you have to get some lunch break.
Will do, Linda. Thank you very much, and sorry about that. We had to pull him in when we could. I'll talk to you all later.
Thank you very much.
It was the video that shocked the nation.
An unarmed black jogger, 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery, gunned down in broad daylight. The three men charged will now stand trial. For live gavel-to-gavel coverage of the trial, subscribe to Law&Crime on YouTube TV today.